Aquí lo espero en Miraflores. No se tarde en llegar, cobarde. Venga por mí, cobarde.
I would be so happy to do it.
For years, the world watched as Venezuela descended into chaos. From the halls of the Miraflores palace, Nicolas Maduro issued endless challenges to the West, convinced that his alliance with Russia and his brutal security apparatus made him untouchable. But while he was busy shouting at the cameras, a silent machine was already in motion. On January 3, 2026, the dare was finally accepted. Everything began in August 2025. Under the radar of the international community, an elite team of CIA ground branch officers infiltrated Venezuela. Operating without diplomatic cover, they lived in the heart of Caracas for 5 months. Their mission was singular: build a pattern of life for Nicolas Maduro. They weren't alone. Intelligence revealed that the CIA had successfully turned high-ranking insiders within Maduro's personal security detail, operatives known as the hummingbirds. These spies provided real-time data on Maduro's deep-seated paranoia, including his shell game, a tactic where he rotated nightly between 8 different safe houses, never sleeping in the Miraflores palace. While the spies watched, the American war machine began to position its pieces across 10 strategic hubs. At Fort Bragg, Delta Force operators began their final rehearsals inside a full-scale compound mock-up, a mirror image of Maduro's residence. From Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, B-2 Spirit stealth bombers were fueled for a global strike mission, prepared to cross continents without ever appearing on a radar screen. To the south, at Soto Cano Air Base in Honduras, the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, the Night Stalkers, prepped their modified Black Hawks for the world's most dangerous flight profile, 150 knots at just 30 feet above the ground. In Colombia, Palenquero Air Base became the primary hub for F-22 Raptors and Stealth Reapers, while Roosevelt Roads in Puerto Rico hosted the F-35As of the Vermont Air National Guard, specialists tasked with one goal: the total destruction of Venezuelan air defenses. Offshore, the Hammer was positioned. The USS Gerald R. Ford sat 200 miles north of Caracas, its electronic warfare suites ready to blind an entire nation. Closer still, the USS Iwo Jima moved within 100 miles of the coast, serving as the literal launching pad for the Delta assault. While Guantanamo Bay held the FBI's hostage rescue team and extraction assets in reserve, and the Dominican Republic buzzed with ISR drones, the true heart of the machine was in Florida. At Mar-a-Lago, inside a secure forward command post, President Trump and the Joint Chiefs of Staff monitored every heartbeat, every signal, and every satellite feed of the mission that was about to change history. Facing them was the Russian Shield, a sophisticated air defense network centered on the S-300VM, SA-23 Gladiator, and the Chinese-made JY-27 anti-stealth radars. These systems were designed to turn the Caribbean into a kill zone for American jets. But on the night of January 2nd, the U.S. triggered Operation Blindfold. First, U.S. Cyber Command launched a surgical strike on the Guridam's SCADA systems. A BGP anomaly and a logic bomb plunged Caracas into total darkness at exactly 2 a.m. Simultaneously, EA-18G Growlers from the USS Ford flooded Venezuelan frequencies with white noise, forcing the S-300 radars to increase their power, making them perfect targets. Precision Tomahawk missiles and JASSM-ER standoff weapons followed, guided by the CIA's ground data. They didn't just hit buildings, they decapitated the radio towers and radar arrays at base area El Libertador and La Carlota. The shield didn't just fail, it was deleted. With the power out and the radars in flames, the path was clear for the night stalkers to cross the coast, undetected, headed for the heart of the regime. The final assault began at 0300 hours, under a sky filled with the deafening roar of F-22 and F-35 fighters. This acoustic masking was a calculated move, allowing the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment to slip into Caracas undetected. 4 MH-47G Chinooks, escorted by Apache gunships, navigated the city's low-altitude corridors to reach the palace perimeter. As the Apaches neutralized the Presidential Guard's defenses with 30mm chain guns, Delta Force teams performed a high-precision, fast-rope insertion directly onto the grounds. Covered by the overhead fire of an AC-130J Ghost Rider, the operators utilized thermite charges to breach the bunker's reinforced doors. The target was located in the lower basement levels and secured within minutes, before any coordinated counterattack could be organized. The extraction was immediate. Maduro was moved via Chinook to the USS Iwo Jima, stationed in international waters. By 0500 hours, the mission reached its final stage as the prisoner was transferred to a C-17 Globemaster for the long-haul flight to the United States. The aircraft landed at Stewart Air National Guard Base in New York, where federal agents took custody of the target. Under a massive security convoy, he was transported to the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan to await trial before the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. Operation Absolute Resolve was a surgical success, but the tactical victory on the ground is only half the story. While American steel was breaching the walls of Miraflores, a chilling silence fell over the Kremlin and Beijing. In our next deep dive, we investigate the shadow diplomacy that left Maduro isolated. Was it a calculated betrayal or a strategic retreat? We will dissect the classified reasons behind Washington's decision to strike now, the intelligence failures of the Venezuelan allies, and the secret guarantees made behind closed doors. If you want to understand the new geopolitical board being drawn in the wake of this operation, stay with us. Thank you for watching. If you value this level of forensic reporting, support the channel by hitting the like button and sharing this video with those who seek the truth.